it's taken a long time to go live. I'm live. Good morning. Hello, I'm Claire Louise. Oh, I'm Claire Louise, -behealing.com. My throat just went weird. Morning, Christine. Morning, Timothy. Morning, Tracy. Throat just closed up. Hi, Jan. I didn't test out my voice before I came live, obviously. Although I did say hello to the cat. Obviously wasn't enough. Chicken. So, today, Friday the 12th of March. Great message in the energy update today about short-term loss for long-term gain. I mean, it really is the secret of success, isn't it? In anything. They show that, don't they? The kids that will give up their short-term things for the long-term gain are the ones that become successful as adults. I mean, there's a direct correlation of being able to do that. And it's something we can train ourselves to do. You don't have to cave into the short-term pleasures, but most people do. Hey, Heather. Looking better, Timothy? Oh, good. Whew. Yes, because it would have been insane, wouldn't it? Good. Okay. I want to talk about the law of attraction today because of all your behaviors yesterday. So I'm going to talk about the law of attraction and how you really do create your reality. And it is, I know how we joke around sometimes when, like Gabe will talk about his love life and do a donation and he breaks the internet and stuff like that. But my energy is powerful, but I can't hold it up in the face of shitty energy. I cannot override. There's a certain level I will get to where I need to tell you all about the law of attraction and how it works. So I'm going to do that today. Chicken's loving on me. We've got grace, which is when you're in alignment and everything good comes to you. This is about the law of attraction. When you're putting out good energy and then you're in this state of grace, nothing can go wrong. You attract all kinds of things, great things to you all the time. It's like you're the luckiest person in the world and everything goes right for you. And when you're in that state, like I've said, it's weird when something goes wrong because it's like, oh, the universe isn't working. What's going on? So yeah, we really do. We really do affect things with our energy and with our focus. And, a lot of people are just used to complaining, just used to only ever voicing what they don't like, what's going wrong and stuff like that. And that has an effect on the universe. That's, you get back what you give out. If you're only putting shitty energy like that into the universe or into a show, you're going to disrupt it. You're going to disrupt the energy. And so, as I said, there's only so much I can hold in the energy to override disruptive energies like that. So we need to be aware of that. We all need to be aware of that. What we're putting out there, what energy we're putting out there. Even in a show like this, it's important. It's why the other week I went off at Scorpio. I don't want that kind of energy in my channel. People not doing the work, right? I don't want my readings to be like that for people like that. I don't want to be picking up on energy like that. It's like when there was a reading that I did, and it kind of traumatized me because it was about a narcissist, right? And I don't want to read for people like that, and so I'd rather people like that be off my channel, so I don't pick up on any energy like that. I'm quite specific in what I want to do with my work, right? And yeah, I am. And so that those that just come in here and share the negativity, I'm not saying that you can't talk about the stuff that's going on for you, but just become aware. Just notice what it is you're putting out there. Yeah. Because some people, like Maria, literally only say the negative stuff. It's freezing. Things haven't gone well. It's just negative, negative, negative. You need to be made aware of that. I'm not picking on you, but you need to be made aware of that because that's the energy that you're putting out. You're going to get crap back, crap out, crap back, you know. And we need to own that. We need to own the energy that we're putting out there. Got Rose Garden here. It's Law of Attraction 101. And I say, you know, I talk about the Law of Attraction sometimes saying like we shouldn't. Some people go bananas on it. Some people think, oh, I don't need to do anything. I can just imagine. And, you know, some people get really into it like that and actually disempower themselves with it. But the basics are true, you know, the basics are true of it. So, Rose Garden. Sensitivity, awareness of nature, integrated whole, strength. You see, you can't get into this state of grace when you're doing that. I mean, we've been talking about shadow work, and that's really important. But shadow work isn't about having a shitty attitude and being negative. It's about recognizing those things in ourselves, but not just being that, you know. Shadow work isn't saying, I'm great being an asshole, pouring negativity out there, bringing everyone down, go me, and then doing that. You know, you're just going to get karma with that, which is law of attraction. Karma is law of attraction, right? So, sensitivity, awareness of nature, integrated whole. Look at this beautiful woman who's transformed into a flower. She holds a red blooming rose to the place where her heart belongs. Her hair has become a leaf blown by the wind. She's a part of nature and grows stronger with her every gentle touch and loving gesture. She's not alone. Her friends the caterpillar and butterfly are here to visit. Thorn threatens to prick her, but she's not scared. A rose is beautiful and strong because of its thorns, not in spite of them. Right? So this is what I'm just talking about. She's not scared of the thorns. She knows that she's got thorns too, right? But she's not all thorns. She's beauty too. Her essential nature is beauty. She's putting good stuff out there. Looking beautiful, putting good sense out there. She's not all thorns and prickles, but she has them. She knows when to use them. That's the shadow work, right? So as always, yeah, I'm going to pick out cards for the collective, do some channeling for the collective, some messages. And if you want a mini read, check out that pinned comment up top in the live. It says about donation. Can people not do like 99 cents and stuff like that? Value my work, please. That would be nice. And yeah, there's a PayPal link in that comment as well for donations. And if you've got a question for your higher self, you can put it in the comments, but put a capital Q so I'll get to see it. Let's get a goddess out. Shadow work for me has been owning my known, but preparing, accepting the unknown, having faith. Yeah. Shadow work's really interesting, right? Allah, morality, interesting. I didn't have my reading with Missy. She was no-show yesterday, but we're doing it this morning. She got the day wrong. So we're doing it this morning, so I'm only on for an hour and a half, tops. Allah, just to let you all know. Something's going on with my voice too. Coffee maker still hasn't arrived. Darn it. I don't have beans yet though. Maybe I'll get them today. Allah, morality. Queen goddess of morality, fertility, death, and cycles, Allah is here to push you to align with your integrity. If you're in the right, she'll help you find justice. If you're walking the line, she's here as a reminder to do what is right, even if it's not easy. Yeah, the energies of today. Even if it's not easy, do what's right. Even if you're going to get a short-term loss, do what's right. It's like me. It's like me realizing yesterday that I needed to speak to you guys today about this because, sure, it might impact my channel in the short term, but for long term, it's better for everybody to know about it, right? So you got to do the right thing. And this especially is about speaking out, speaking up and speaking out. Sometimes we want to keep the peace, don't we? Sometimes we don't want to have ramifications from people, the short-term ramifications for people, so we hold it back. So this is like if you're around abusive people or toxic people, you don't want to speak out because what's going to happen? They're toxic. They're going to be more toxic in that moment for sure. But in the long term, it's better to speak out. Yeah. So, Allah, morality, doing the right thing by yourself, not being fearful of short-term hindrances, annoyances, stuff like that. Just finished a divine, hi Nikki, just finished a divine feminine womb healing ceremony. Wow, the Marian mothers turned up. Wow. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen the Lemurian mothers in my channelings or in my energy healings. Very interesting. Thank you, Tracy. Cool. Now I want them to show up. What were they like, Nikki? The mothers. They would have very powerful energy. Have you got a question, Tracy? Let's get a cat out. Closer to Lismore. Less is more in Lismore. Chicken wants out. Oh, sticky. Ooh. Okay, a cat. Oh, high self-journal for Tracy. Let's do that first. So, Tracy. So yeah, instead of doing like tiny donations and a lot of them, I'd rather keep this show general channeling, you know what I mean? And then just occasionally get a mini read. It's better for the flow of the show as well, I think. Interesting for people. And I know other people do get stuff out of the answers that you'll get. So Tracy, go within and get support. Right, this is about you opening up to receiving and being supported. There's a bit of fear around this, around allowing people to support you. That generally comes from being around people that aren't clean givers. Aren't clean givers as in it comes with resentment. They'll throw it back in your face, saying things like, well, after all I've done for you. You know, it's always loaded giving. It can make us really wary of being supported by others. Fortunately, there's a lot of people out there like that. A lot of people that haven't learned also how to receive, so they're not full. They're not full to be able to give. They're not receiving from plenty of people, from the communities and from everybody, so that when they give, they're not in that resentful, running on empty kind of a state. So what gives then? In that situation, if you've got everybody doing the same thing, everyone's running on empty, someone's got to start it, right? And so how do you manage to do that without resentment yourself? How do you start that change? It's through self-love. It's through withdrawing and loving yourself, doing it for yourself, filling yourself up. You've heard it a million times, right? But it is actually the only way out of that perpetual cycle of everyone trying to do things for other, but it not being clean, and resentment, and after all I did for you, and all that stuff. So go within and cleaning up within yourself, not cleaning it up within yourself, but finding a new way. starting to fill yourself up. And stopping focusing on giving when you're running on empty is the way to do it. You knew of them but never encountered them, yeah. Oh, cool. I haven't heard of her. Sandra Rollis. So, yeah, Tracy, so it's about self-love, having a good time, choosing to change, putting yourself first. Really, it is withdrawing and putting yourself first and doing the things that you want to do and stopping that focus of giving out your energy. That's how we break the cycle, right? Mm. Blown away. Cool. Okay, let's get a cat out the back. Someone was asking on my YouTube channel about the next giveaway, or who won the old giveaway, which was actually nobody in the end. Yeah, I need to do a new giveaway. I've still got that money in Amazon burning a hole in the whatever it is, account information. Two cats today, Paradox and Flow. Flow, Grace, Flow. That's the other thing as well about that message for Tracy is we want things to flow, we want to give a lot, and we want to do it cleanly, right? But we need to be in it for the long-term gains, not the short-term gains. The short-term gains is I'm just going to keep on making myself feel better by giving uncleanly before I'm full. Perpetuates the cycle, right? The long-term gain is to take a step back, and that's uncomfortable to do it because we're not getting the instant hits. It's like withdrawing from your drug, you know? You're not getting the instant hits. So, but you've got to do that. In fact, that's the whole thing behind doing things for the long term and not for the short term. You don't get the instant hits. It's like me doing this show for how long did I do it for? Like a year and 3 months. I've been doing it for what? So I think I started in September. So I've been doing it, yeah, a year and a half now. And when did I switch on the payments for it? It's only recently. I don't know, maybe a couple of months ago, was it? So, yeah, that's an example of being the long-term thing, you know, being it for the long term. And yeah, you don't get the instant rewards from it. So let's see. Flow. So we've got Flow. Meet Zephyr. She's flexible, flowing, and gentle like a light wind. She intuitively responds to the rhythms of the world around her. When a door opens, she just walks through, easy as a breeze. When the door closes, she circles eddies and finds a window to slip silently through. She blooms with the spring and knows how to let go with the fall. She is change and she welcomes change. Her strength comes not through resistance, but through perfect flow, like rivers sculpting the rocks, finding and making the space to keep moving. Nice. Easily going with the flow. Nice. And then I've got Paradox. Meet Stardust. He's the convergence of opposites. He's the dark and the light. He's a magician that turns everything on its head, pouring at the paradox. He travels the galaxies with his best friends, free will and destiny. Those two, free will and destiny. No one knows where one begins and the other ends. He sees the good in evil and the evil in good. Within every blessing there's a tragedy, and within every tragedy there's a blessing. We think we know what is what, but Stardust throws everything into question. Let the paradox open up our thinking and our perspective. Nice. And that's where the flow will take you as well. It's like as soon as you declare that you're something, Things like, oh, I never lie. You declare something like that about yourself, and then you're shown straight, the universe shows you straight away when you lie. Whenever we declare something, we're shown that the opposite is true. Has everyone experienced that? And that's the flow, right? Paradox. It will always lead you into a paradox. It's so funny when the universe does that. Oh, so powerful. Wow, that's awesome. You're welcome, Sandy. Wow, that's awesome, Nikki. They're the best, aren't they? They're the best. When we just feel like inspired to get a healing in that moment. So good. Yeah, I love that paradox kitty as well. And I try and be that as well. You know, a lot of people have really fixed thinking in like very small worlds. And so someone can be very, like if someone is stating, like it's those people with these very fixed, very small worlds inside their minds that tend to speak a lot, don't they? They share their opinions a lot. And I do like to throw a spanner into the works and suggest that the opposite's true. Get some thinking. I like doing that. It's very rare that I'm around someone like that now. The paradox thing. Oh, coffee is good. All right, let's get some homework out. So yeah, I'm getting a reading from Missy this morning. I'm excited again. I sat for half an hour in the reception down there yesterday waiting. Sent her an email. You're running late. But I gave up after half an hour and recorded that pick a card read instead. I was later saying, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Put the day wrong in my diary. So we're doing it today. I'm signing up for that Knees Over Toes guide class today. I tried yesterday, but and then I'm getting a gym membership again so that I can do the stuff in it. I'm excited about that. I've been watching more of his videos and he's saying what I know to be true, that you don't actually need to be stretching and stuff if you get the strength stuff right and full range of motion. I've noticed that already, and in fact when I take the stretch class before training, well, because stretch class, it's just the stretching that we do, but it's often me that runs that. You get, when you're strong, fully functional strong, those muscles are naturally elongated. I've noticed that. Sometimes you can stretch all you like and they don't get elongated because the strength isn't there, so they've always got to hold on. You know what I mean? It's like getting a bad back because you're not strong in your abs and your core and stuff, and a sore back. So yeah, I'm really interested. Anyway, it's a full on program. Like you get, I haven't got my new coffee maker yet. It's a full on program, so you get a coach with it, online coach. You do video sessions and stuff. They watch your form and stuff like that. It's a full program. So I'm signing up for that today. Get going on it tomorrow. Get my gym membership again and do that. Excited to sort imbalances out and get really strong and really flexible, a full range of motion, so that I'm protecting my knees and my elbows and my wrists and ankles. My ankles are good. My wrists, my elbows, my knees, not so. It's the weak point. I can still function, but when you're doing the amount of training that I do, your weak spots show up. What expectations? Thanks, Mr. Bowers. What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? You know what I'm getting from this? Is those ridiculous things that we ask for, pie in the sky stuff. When we want to get into grace, but instead of slipping into grace and noticing everything great that's showing up, is just showing up anyway, the little things. You ask the universe for something ridiculously out of our manifestational zone. Out of our expectations. Fully don't expect it. What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? This is about asking for failure. It's so interesting. So yeah, it's about asking for failure, you know. It's like the person that has no money asking for a million to be a millionaire. It's that kind of thing. It's like, why not just ask for $1,000? The next step. That's the next step that you can do within your range. Expectations that are impossible to meet. Setting yourself up for failure because you're hard on yourself, right? Because you're not being loving to yourself. You ask for things that are outside of your expectations, your true expectations, and then you try and bullshit yourself that you can change your expectations to actually want that thing. Taking a giant leap. You can't take giant leaps. The expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they're not met. That's what it is. It's the other way around, in fact. We're disappointed with ourselves, and so we ask for things that are beyond us to prove ourselves right, that we're a disappointment and we can't do it. It all starts from within, the way that we're feeling about ourselves. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. Yeah, for the small stuff. Asking for small stuff. Taking that next step, just the next step. That's all we need to do. Anything else is violence. If you had a toddler who's just standing up, you know how they just stand up when they're holding the table, and then you encourage them to like go between the table and the lounge, yeah, and it's just like one step or two steps, and then they grab on. You don't say to the toddler, go for a walk around the block, do you? But we do that to ourselves. We've got to stop doing that. Asking for small and then say at the end, or better. That's a really good way of doing it. Something that's easily expectable because you're asking for something small. This or better. Then you start feeling good about it, those small wins. Maybe this comes from hard parenting, you know, having hard parents that were trying to push you, doing it out of love. They wanted you to succeed and stuff like that. But that pushing, that having massive expectations, it's violent. Today's soul action is be grateful. You're being summoned to more peace. We had this card before, right? But I had a totally different interpretation of it. Be grateful. You're being summoned to more peace. Peace is home for our soul and is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you'll experience extreme fulfillment. Well, just expect small things. Expect the expected, not the unexpected. No pies in the sky here. Expect the expected, the next step, the next level. Just the next level. And then you get to a place of comfort where you can push it a little bit higher. It's like when I got to 3K of subscribers on my YouTube channel, then I started focusing on 5K, not on 4K. But up to 3K, I was focused on 500 increments. It's just like that. I was talking about in the energy update today too. Saving for something. You've got a big dream, you start saving for it. You just start saving with what? $10 or something. Or $5. You give up your coffee that you get from the shop each day and put that away for your dream of your own bakery. And if you consistently do that, working toward your dream, giving something up for the short term, for that long-term gain, within time, the universe gets on board. Oh, she's serious about it this time. She's actually consistently putting effort in. I'm not going to be wasting my time. This is the universe. I'm not going to be wasting my time by giving her something and she's just going to spend it all on coffee instead of that bakery. You know? The universe doesn't give us things that we're not serious about, that we're not shown that we're going to take care of. That's why you won't win the lotto, Christine. Because you give all the reasons why you shouldn't win the lotto. And anyway, you're so far away from it in vibration. Yeah, hope is a start. Hope is a start. I like the update today. It was a little bit like a pep talk, wasn't it? A lot like that, in fact. So that's the homework today. About expectations and being grateful for the small stuff, but not as in settling, as in giving ourselves achievable goals so that we feel good about ourselves. Just walking from the table to the lounge. Just taking those steps when we're learning how to walk. Yeah? Just going for $100 when you're learning how to, about abundance and about receiving. Just going to receive like a clean, loving support from somebody, from one person in a small way when you're in patterns of codependence and resentment and toxicity and stuff like that. Shell was a great read. What was Shell? Can't remember. It's only yesterday too. I'm going to record another one today. Ready for Saturday. So this pattern's quite good. Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday for the pick a card reads. Although I'm going to have a holiday soon, I think. I can feel it coming on. An actual holiday. And Friday, that's today. Friday for the weekly read. Yeah, works well for me. I already asked when you did the stars. I said no. Yeah. Just don't get locked into that pie in the sky, law of attraction stuff. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a whole lot of wasted energy, and you end up disappointing yourself more and more and more. You know. Where's your deeper dive shot? What happens? What happens when you click on it? I don't know what the experience is like for customers. I haven't bought one off myself. But I believe you get an email with the 3 links in it and you click on it and it probably takes you to a web page, does it? On my website, and you download it from there. You guys know it. Yeah, it's cool. Hey, I'm almost at 4K subscribers. What's going to happen, what, today or something? I don't know. 397 knows. Yeah, it could happen today. Or tonight with the weekly going out. Ooh. Can someone help Christine, someone that's got a deeper dive? Because you know better than me. I've never been on the receiving end of it. I'm just on the giving out end of it. I don't know what the experience is like. It's a weirdness, right? Because when you're providing these things, you can't sign up yourself because it knows who you are. Yeah. It's like I've tried before to test out like payments and stuff, and you can't do it when it's you because it knows it's you. It's so weird. Yeah, that's not really true, Christine, because it's about our vibration and our alignment, and so it's not just You know, if it's meant for you, it's going to happen. No, it's not. It's about getting into alignment. It's about doing the work. That's the bullshit about law of attraction. That it's like, oh, if I just hold it for long enough, it will come to me. It won't. If you're not doing that work to change your beliefs, to raise up, to raise your vibration, it just doesn't just come to you. It's what my work's all about, right? It's not just a prediction of this is going to happen. No, it's only going to happen if you put the work in. You wait for the email, then you click the one you want, and then what happens, Callie? Because didn't you have trouble with one of them, Callie? I think you did. What happens when you click the link, Christine? Just nothing. Doesn't take you to a website. I imagine that's what works. That's how it works, I mean, that it takes you to a website and then you download it from there. Do links work in your email, Christine, and other emails from other people? Could just be a setting in your email. Okay, we've got some cards out. 7 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. Flower, just one thing. It was something for me. Someone's betrayed you. And we've got to be careful, right? We've got to have that wariness, but not. We've got to know when it's fear, when we're just being smart. You know what I mean? Then you got your reading. You just clicked on it. Oh, it doesn't even take you to a web page. It just comes up, does it, Kelly? Hi, Tawanda. Oh, it takes you to a website and then you download it from there. No idea. I could pretend to be someone else. Law of resonance comes before the law of attraction. Yes, it does. What you resonate out, you attract back. Absolutely. If you're aware of suppressed stuff, then that's generally the strongest vibration. That's why we've got to know ourselves really well. Catch ourselves, you know. There was a link as soon as I paid, but it gave me the wrong one. Oh, okay. So as soon as you pay, but yeah, it's the email where you get the choice of the 3. Is that right? Oh, okay. That's why people are saying, oh, it's just the crystal one. Ah, I see. Now I get it. All right, so it automatically takes you to 1, first of all. But it's the email that has the 3 in it. Thanks for letting me know that. Thanks, Deepta. When I click the link, see, something does happen, Christine. You're telling lies. You said nothing happened. When I click on the link, I remember this from my days working in IT. People lie all the time. Nothing happens. When you say nothing, what actually happens? Oh, something. When I click on the link, another browser pops up. Nothing happens. It just disappears. Oh, browser comes up and then disappears. Deep dive, general read. Yeah, it's frustrating, like working on a support desk, working with people to get the actual details of what actually happens. It's frustrating. Deep dive. Let's get you some guidance from your higher self. Sabotage and expansion. Oh, it's kind of what we've been talking about already. Asking for way too much. Because this expansion card to me is always like pie in the sky kind of thing. It can be, or it can be. I expect major change, big growth, that kind of thing. It can be a positive, or it can be you're asking for too much, and it's a sabotage, you know. Thanks, Marie. So deep, Taya. So you're asking for too much, too soon. Too much, too soon, deep dive. So yeah, you're asking for a big leap kind of thing instead of just the next step. So you could have had parents that did the same, trying to encourage you to go for much more, and it made you feel bad about yourself, and now you're doing the same thing to yourself. anyway, let's get more about that. It's actually a sabotage. Sabotage. It is. It's mean to ourselves. It's not self-love. Okay. And you're trying to celebrate it. Okay, you've got to let go of that. So yeah, this is the law of attraction crap, right? When we ask for something that's way out of our range, we don't expect it, and then we try and convince ourselves that we're expecting it, and we celebrate it, and we try and be grateful for it before it's here. We cannot fool the universe or our own vibration or ourselves like that. So you need to let that stuff go. So there's something that you're asking for. You want change in your life. Could be in anything. But what you're asking for is way different than what you've got already or what you're open to already. And just that, the gap is a sabotage. And no amount of this stuff, this celebration, the gratitude and things like that is going to change the fact that it's stressful and it's unloving to ask too much of yourself. You like the new system for deep dives? Downloads to your phone. Oh, okay, nice. The other way, you have to go back to your email to read. Oh, that's good. Okay. I like that. So yeah, deep dive. Ask for the next logical step. That's how Esther puts it, right? The next logical step. Marie, what's happening with your Virgo man? What's happening with Marie's Virgo man? Taking risks for money. Taking a risk, yeah. It's a risk. So it seems to me like your Virgo is wanting a solid foundation. Maybe they have been having money troubles or a downturn, which has scared them. And we're going to take a risk for more money. So it could be distracted at the moment from relationship and stuff like that, with things like that going on. Scared to speak about it with people. This is soften and open and talk to someone. Scared to speak about it for fear of judgment, because it's a risky thing that they're doing. It's like I've got a customer who wants to build a house and really regretted telling people around her about it because they all heaped the worries and how they wouldn't take that risk and all the reasons why they wouldn't take that risk and all of that. But of course it was coming from her heart, it was coming from her intuition, what she wanted and where she wanted it and all of that. And they're all like, oh no, I won't do that. She knew it was right for her, and then she had all of this wobble because of everyone else. So they're doing the right thing here, not talking about it. So I'm presuming, Marie, that your Virgo is being quiet on you. Got a sort of financial thing out. They're taking a risk. They don't want to tell people about it because they know other people will be negative about it. It might freak you out if they told you what they're doing. It's not a bad thing. It's just a financial risk. I just got a lot of comments there. What was that? Oh, that was it. Thanks, Robin. Yay, you got a job. Woo. What else is going to happen for you? That's a good question. Because it's good to do that. It's good to follow the momentum, right? When something good happens, it's like, what else? What other good things can I get? Whereas we tend to do it the other way around. We tend to kind of dwell on things that aren't going well. It's like, what else can go wrong? That's what we're pointing out to the universe. What else can go wrong? So what else can go right for Robin? Yes, you see, this is about it. Robin, expansion and innocence. So if you do dwell on the things that are going right and say that, what else is possible? What more is possible? Expansion, that's when you can get in that state of grace you get grateful about the one thing that has happened, not something that's pie in the sky that you're trying to force. Grateful for something that's actually happened and get on that momentum, get on that roll. Hi, Alana. So milk it, getting that job, that good feeling, and then asking your higher self, what else is possible? What else can I get here? Knowing your innocence in that. As in, you're receiving it, right? Receiving more good, receiving more good. Here you go. And here's how you might trip yourself up in that. Feeling guilty about it, for getting good stuff. Maybe people around you aren't getting good stuff. Don't feel guilty about it. Accept it. Accept it for yourself. You do deserve it. You are good enough for it. Get on that roll. We can't help anyone else by holding ourselves back and not accepting the good stuff in life. Keeping ourselves down to their level kind of thing, to be in the same boat as them. Nobody ever gets out of that boat if we do that, right? So you're going to have to deal with your shadow side here, a shadow side that makes you feel guilty for leaving people behind, for not being able to do it for them, for accepting blessings when they're not getting them, that kind of thing. It's you maybe have some kind of a mantra for yourself, Robin. It's good for me to have good things happen. Or it's okay for me to have good things happen. It is actually good. You want to lead the way, right? We want to lead the way. Our lives and lead the way. It's the only way we can do it, raising our vibration, leading the way. We can't drag people behind us, but we can. And if you think about it from a universal perspective, that's the energy we're putting out. We're actually helping the whole world by doing that, by allowing the good stuff in, allowing more and more stuff in. Yeah, staying in gratitude for what we have. It's good. For what we're getting. And that can be really hard to do when we don't have enough. Because you're quite rightly will be, why should I be grateful for all of these challenges, for all of these problems, for not having enough? Why should I be grateful? Hard. But there are some things we can be grateful for. Truly, honestly grateful for. We've got to listen to our feelings, our true feelings. Feel our true feelings, not feign gratitude for what we're not truly grateful for. It's like, I've talked about my universal tantrums before. They're really powerful when you're like, this is not good enough for me. I deserve much better than this. Putting your foot down, that was really powerful energy. Really powerful. Emotional stuff. Oh, there's a lot of relationship going on at the moment, isn't there? Or dealing with past relationship that's coming up. As everyone seems to be held away from each other right now. Alana, what's the intention behind the message? What was the intention behind the message? It was a kind of knockdown. Huh? They were feeling vulnerable. It was a kind of a put down or a knockdown to make them feel better. It's not good energy. It's that energy, hurt people. They're someone's feeling vulnerable, and so they make someone else feel vulnerable. Apparently to make them feel better. It was just a poke. It was a wake up. It was a poke. It was I feel vulnerable, so you should feel vulnerable too, or something like that. Not good energy. Hopefully they're not going to stick with that energy for a long time. Yeah, keep going forward. Awesome. The orange one is be vulnerable. Seven of Wands. Right, let's get to these. Seven of Wands. I need more coffee. Yeah, it's almost the hour point. I'll get more coffee before I start these, shall I? I'll be right back. Oh, Missy just emailed me. Okay, I'm making a coffee. Maybe I'm not meant to get a reading with her. She's given me the option to back out of it because she's messing me around. Maybe she's got nothing for me. Coffee! Oh, now that's on me. Do I want a full refund? Or do I want to reschedule? Do I want more of this shit? I didn't get it. She was a no-show. She's a no-show today as well. I think maybe I get a full refund. I wanted to try her out, but I was wary. I wanted to try her out because I was just interested of what it would be like. But maybe that's not a good enough reason to get a reading, right? No, she's cancelled. I think it's a sign that I shouldn't get it, hey? There's not many people that can read for me anyway. Tell me something I don't know. People just tend to read my energy and tell me what I already know. Which can be interesting, but you know. Yeah, Missy she's very entertaining. And she's a great channel too. Saltwater Heals Tarot on YouTube. But it's her Instagram lives that are really good. Extended channeling kind of thing. Okay, Seven of Wands. Let's do this. Waiting for something to come over the horizon. Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands comes as a positive reminder that your life is headed in the right direction. You've worked hard and know what you want, so don't be discouraged by any setbacks that show up along the way. This may also indicate a time when the momentum of your success will require your personal resolve and courage when dealing with other people. Keep on getting this message that someone's working against me at the moment. Okay, this may also indicate a time when the momentum of your success will require your personal resolve and courage when dealing with other people. So it's important that you stay strong and assert yourself. That's what I was saying, right? That morality thing. Was it that morality thing? With one of the cards, I was saying there's something about even if you have to stand up to someone in the moment and you know it's going to get shitty when you do, still do it. It's the right thing to do. Do it for the long term. That's bizarre, Sabrina. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I've got to use PayPal. Like Shopify. I can't get anything off Shopify for some reason. I just can't. It just won't work. The payment won't ever go through. It never gives me a reason for it. I can use my credit card. I have any other site, not Shopify. Sometimes I've got to use PayPal. Shopify won't even work for PayPal. So Yeah, I am aware. Sometimes it just won't work. It just won't work. But usually when people are trying to use the credit card and it doesn't work, it's because the bank has a block on it. It's not a block, it's like a safeguard on it. Usually for online orders or online orders out of the country, from a different country, like protecting you from just, you know, fraud, really. You know, like Chinese or Korean or whatever, getting a hold of your information and using it to do shopping. It should be there for me. And I'm not sure I want to schedule a third time. It's messing with my schedule. You see, because what would I have done this morning? Maybe gone training. I can. It's just going to happen the same again if I reschedule it. I know it is. It's an energetic block here, so I'll get a refund from her. Do not be afraid to speak your truth. This is a very dynamic, energetic time in your life. Yeah, there's big momentum. This is a very dynamic and energetic time in your life, so remember to celebrate all your accomplishments as you move forward. Any new projects or ideas that you have will require your attention, planning, and innate skills. You know what you need to do. But it might make you feel nervous. Oh, Marilyn, I don't think I did, although I wouldn't have been able to see it. There's no way of looking at it. YouTube doesn't have stuff like that to look. Oh, no, it does. It does. It does. Hang on. It does. There I am lying about it. I can go to monetization and I can see the donations in here. Supers. Super. Yeah, 99 cents. What was yesterday? Oh no, that's today. Because it's yesterday. It's all marked up as the 11th because YouTube is American, right? YouTube is in a different time zone. You're almost afraid of success. Oh, a prepaid credit card. But if you want to, does the PayPal link work for you, like the donations? You could always do it that way, you know. You could get around it somehow. So yeah, I did get it, Mary Ellen. 7 of Wands, here we go. Let's get back to this. Gain competition, creative abilities, success within reach. We're moving forward to success. To success here. 7 of Wands. There's going to be some speaking out along the way. There's going to be some glitches along the way, you know, and the universe does that on purpose to get us strong, to get us clean, to get that energy clean. Oh yeah, don't do it through YouTube. I think pretty much YouTube, well, now they're going to take another quarter of my money, of all the money. I think YouTube take a third of all the donations that you give. I think it's that. I don't know. YouTube aren't upfront about the amount of money, about money and payments and any of that. You can't get that detail. So, yeah. Yeah, so from now on, with the donations, it's going to be like $5 or above for the mini reads, because It's getting a bit ridiculous. Because it takes out the flow, do you know what I mean, of the general messages. Four of Cups is what we've got out with this as well. So that way you can wait until you've got a really good question. Like you would, you know, if you were getting a private read, you wouldn't just get one a day or whatever. Four of Cups. It could be that you're missing out on an opportunity if you're being distracted by external forces. Okay. So like I said, we need to speak out along the way. The momentum is taking us in a certain direction towards success, toward what we want. But the universe then puts something in our way saying, you know, you're still susceptible to this energy, which means that your progress forward is going to be hindered by this, or it's going to be difficult for you. You need to learn how to deal with this first so that then you can carry on. So it could be that you're missing out on an opportunity if you're being distracted by external forces. These external forces, the ones, the kind of people that you don't want to speak out to, the things that you don't want to say, things that make you nervous, the things that are like, oh, but I can't give up that short-term gain. I can't give up that short-term gain. It's like not quitting a job because you're relying on that small income when really you want to quit it and you want to go to something better. Sometimes we need to give up the small-term gain for the long-term. For the long-term gain. Right. Sometimes we need that. It seems like we've got a hurdle to overcome, but we're nervous to do it because of the short-term ramifications of it. It's why some people won't take a leap of faith. I'm not talking about a leap of faith of wishing for something that's way beyond what we want. I'm talking about those leaps of faith, like quitting that relationship so that you're single, so that you can get the relationship that you want, or saying no to somebody, or standing up to that abusive, toxic person in your life and saying no to them, or quitting the job that you don't really like, you know? Yeah. Anyway, one sentence. That's what I love about this book. There's something really special about this book. My guides think so. Could be that you're missing out on an opportunity if you're being distracted by external forces. It's a sense of restlessness and boredom which keeps you feeling stuck in a rut. Yeah, not really. It's like fear and yeah, it's a fear and a nervousness of actually taking that leap. Are there issues from your past that are weighing on your present situation? If you're fearful or indifferent about making a change, you may continue to dwell in a state of limbo. This card may also suggest that there's something you may be overlooking. Perhaps a solution is closer than you think. You have a system of love and support in your life. How can you connect with this? Your higher self. Is there anything you're taking for granted? Take a moment to meditate on the aspects of your life that you're truly grateful for, not made up grateful for. See the positive highlights rather than focusing on the negativity. Yeah, oh yeah, Four of Cups. Oh, that's right. This is the card. This is the card that came out yesterday when you're being so negative, and I shut the thing down as I couldn't deal with the energy anymore. It was the Four of Cups. This was the card that came out, and this was exactly what was happening. So, oh look, the cup spilled over. It's not working. The cat's there. It's a Siamese cat. This guidance today, it's a mature kind of know yourself, know where you're headed, and notice what's going on along the way, because the universe is giving you clues about your sticking points, your little fears, the things that are stopping you. This could be in relationships. Maybe that's why I did the block. Oh, it's because someone suggested that, I know, but Queenie suggested it. The blocks to union. It's kind of important to, at the moment, to notice our blocks, the sticky points along the way, you know. Well, pretty much everything is more important than money, but money is energy. It goes hand in hand. Okay, what from this? Oh. So I'm just going to take those little things, the little donations as actual donations from now on. Now you all know that. Yeah, patience. Oh, don't we love that? And that could be one of those lessons that's coming up about being impatient and about not trusting. That's what it is for me. Oh my God. The patience thing. It's too much. I am pretty patient, I think. I think I am. Apparently I'm the most patient sign, but I don't know. I've got a lot of Aries in me. Taurus is supposed to be the most patient of all signs. I don't know how impatient other people are. Yeah, it's just stuck. I'm having to constantly tweak this because it's getting busier, you know. And the energy balance has got to be right. I can't do this. Like, I've got to be very careful about looking after myself when I'm doing this. If the energy balance isn't right, I can't do it. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Well, very well could be about relationship. Patricia sent me a money request. You want me to pay you? PayPal can be confusing, though. That was the wrong way around, Patricia. You asked me for money instead of donating money. Ace of Cups. I said it right at the start, Maria, and you were in. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. So this could be about relationship, headed toward relationship, and then we think, yeah, because I've been getting that message. We think we're ready. We think we're ready. And then we keep on being told by the guides, you're not ready. You think you're ready, but you're not ready. You think it's all them, but it's not. You got your part in it. So Ace of Cups. So this very well could be, you know, you're headed for that great relationship and you want it. But the little sticky points that are coming up, and it might not just in relationships, it might be in your life. The little sticky points that are coming up are the clues of what's holding you back from it. Remember now, I'm talking about relationships that are like beyond what we've experienced before. So we can't look around at all the muggles and say, well, they're in a relationship. How come I can't have it? How come I've got to learn all of this stuff first? As well, because you're going to be in a much better relationship. We're not asking for small stuff right now, you know. So I forgive you all. I wouldn't if I was feeling, yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm not feeling bad about this. I'm just aware of the energies, you know, and when it becomes imbalanced and I need to address it straight away. It's pretty much what we're saying, right? I'm not scared to say it. I'm not scared to say it. And that's what I feel is coming up, why these cards coming out. It's, and I'm not afraid of the short-term repercussions of that. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. So yeah, I'm not all bitter and resentful about it. I wouldn't be doing it otherwise. I would have taken the day off. If I was reacting, if I was in reaction, I wouldn't be doing the show today. Ace of Cups, new beginnings, new relationships, happiness, fertility, love. When the Ace of Cups comes up in a reading, it can indicate new love, new friendships, new relationships. The card is about happiness, positive affirmations, and compassion. Now would be the great time to go and meet new people and get closer to the people that are already in your life. Now's not a great time to go and meet new people. No, it's not. Even if we're not talking about the whole lockdown thing and all of that business, the energies right now, there's a lot of, it's not as bad as it was at the start of the year. That was really shitty energy. That was really get the hell away from the muggles kind of thing energy. It has settled down a bit now, but we do have very, how can I put it? Very emotionally charged energy with Pisces stuff, emotionally charged. So people could flip quite easily or get offended, that kind of thing quite easily. And no, it's not a good time to be out there and meet new people. You'll be more open and receptive right now. Yes, that's true. And it will seem easier to connect with others. Well, it'll be easier to read your energy, that's for sure. It'll be easier to feel things right now. Thank you, Heather. I try to lead, Oh, I don't try and do anything. I just try and do the best for myself. But but the reason I share so much is because of this. That I feel that that's my job, is to be upfront and tell you about myself. My life, my business, everything would be so much easier and better if I didn't do that. But I would hardly help any of you, because you can't just lead by example. You've got to give the clues. I've got to be open about it. I have to be open about it. And yes, that leaves me as a target. And there's people that stab me in the back because of it. The shitty energy that comes around. There's a lot of jealousy that shows up from it. And apparently my guides say that I've got to be okay with that, because it's still inspirational, even when people take it that way. Oh, coffee. And because you can say all you like, right? And that's what these mainstream teachers do. They just say it. Like I say, you've heard it a million times, right? Just love yourself first. But you need to know what that actually means. What that actually means, like, or what does it look like? What does someone that's doing that look like? How is it? How does it play out in their life? What do I need to do in the day? Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Otherwise, it's just a nice meme. And it means absolutely nothing to your day-to-day life. It's a bit dark outside. Thanks, Maria. The Llewllyns and go to the zoo. It's a great zoo, that one. Anyway, back to the Ace of Cups. You will be more open and receptive right now, but so will everyone else, and kind of be on a bit of a hair trigger at the moment. New beginnings, celebrations, and good news. I'm feeling the reversed side of this. Blocked emotions, sadness, infertility, blocked feelings, bad news. Infertility. I'm going through menopause. Can't remember the last time I had a period. When Ace of Cups comes up in a reading reversed, it can indicate sadness, repressed emotions, and receiving bad news. You might be in hermit mode, not wanting to get out and socialize. That's more like it. Meeting new people right now is not something you feel comfortable with. If it does happen by chance, you could have a so what attitude about it. Depression, or maybe not so what, more of a get the hell out of here. Depression could be associated with this Ace of Cups. People right now may have negative attitudes towards you and has you doubting your relationships with them, or even self-doubt. This card could also mean you're just not wanting to be open and express your feelings. even just how your day went. This is the energy. Yeah, this is the energy. We need to pay close attention to what's going on at the moment in the energies, right? Maria, thank you. That's all right. Well, I hadn't said it before today. You don't need to be psychic. It's enough. What was your question, Maria? Can't remember. It's like it might rain. It's feeling like it. It's gone dark like it. High self-guidance. I watched a reading last night. What was her name? Cindy. The one with grey hair. I can't remember what. Awakening to Spirit? I was just about to say I can't remember what her channel's called, and then I heard Awakening to Spirit. I think her channel's Awakening to Spirit. That's what I just heard anyway. I was watching her reading because the tagline spoke out to me, and it was just so spot on to my situation. And so I got her deeper dive, her extended thing. It was a Vimeo one. I've never done that before for a Vimeo one. Wow, it was incredible. Has anyone watched her? She's called Cindy. She seems confused, but she goes deep into the cards. I like the way she does that. Anyway, Maria, higher self-guidance for you. Interesting. Doing what you love. This make love card. It's not about sex. It's about doing what you love. Healing that. Healing yourself where it comes to doing what you love. In other words, what beliefs you've got standing in your way. What are you telling yourself why you can't do what you love? Like doing what you love, something that will just bring you so much joy. Something that would be stupid fun for you. It's like me playing with cards and making videos. I love it, especially the bigger cards. It's just so unknown. I sit down and start that and read the cards, and it's an unknown energy. It's so different than reading people because I'm obviously picking up on an energy. I just love that. I love that. So Maria, what's stopping you from doing that? There's beliefs, there's what you think you should do, what you're allowed to do, how good you're allowed to have it, what you can receive from it, all kinds of things like that. You're being asked to heal that, the stuff that's standing in your way to doing something that's a lot of fun. Have I got you on Facebook, Raven? Sabrina? Maybe I have. Oh, here we go, you too. Detachment from jealousy. This is detachment. These yellow cards are very hard to see, huh? Detachment and jealousy. Both sides of this. So this could be something you need to heal. When we have it in our path that we're going to be doing something that's really aligned with us, that's going to be so much fun, that's when we can get most jealous of people that are having fun, right? Because we haven't found the way to do it yet. We only ever feel jealousy when something is in our path, right? But we feel that we can't have it, or maybe you've been trying to have it, and it's such a distraction, you know? How that was talking about distractions. We get distracted off our paths. This one spilled over there. It's like, they got 3 cups. They've got 3 cups. How come they've got 3 cups? Look, I've got this 1 cup that's spilled over, but she's got the 3 cups around her too. We've all got our own unique paths. Like literally, all got our own unique. So, yeah, heal that within yourself. And sometimes it can just be you just need a few more years' work. Do you know what I mean? It's like some people think that they can have things instantly, but I don't know. Maybe you need to spend 21 years doing something before it works really well and it's a lot of fun. I don't know. Your photos were funny, Christine, of those dangerous animals being attacked by kangaroos and stuff like that. Photos weren't funny, your captions were funny. Pressure building up in my ear. I'll be very happy when Apple release their new stuff, which is going to happen this month. It's going to happen very soon. Isn't it usually around the middle of the month of March? Hopefully it's the iPad mini. Hopefully it's the new ones of these, because these don't work properly and it's building pressure up. I do so much with this stuck in my ear. I need a new one that works properly. Oh, chicken shawarma. I don't know what that is, but it sounds tasty. Dog unit. The Knight of Swords. Rushing in. Rushing on in, short-term gains. Rushing on into that relationship even though you're not ready. And there's this stuff to deal with first, especially around speaking out to people. Why is that important around relationships? Because whether we like it or not, other people can impact relationships, and they shouldn't be allowed to do that. It's not about them. People are always going to have their opinions. They're always going to be sticky beaking in. They're always going to, it's about us learning how to speak out about that or ignore them and let it go in one ear, out the other, instead of taking it personally. It's about us being solid in our convictions and our own beliefs, and instead of letting what someone else says or what a reading says wobble us so much and make us unsure about the relationship and stuff like that. The stuff that's going on at the moment is showing us how we're not ready for a relationship, but we're almost there. This, to me, the Knight of Swords wants to go running on in there for the short-term gains. The universe is like, no, 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 no. Slow down. Be the Knight of Pentacles instead. Ground it. Ground yourself. Get yourself truly prepared so that you are open and trusting and empowered and all of that, I just sold my microphone that sits on the table. I used to have it down here, but it wasn't. These are way better quality and way more versatile. If I put it on the table, it would be up here. It would be right in front of the camera if I put it in the right place. I sold it, and I sold it to this Thai kid in Bangkok. I posted it on Facebook. He's using it now. He's a musician. Really good too. I posted him using my old microphone. They're good for podcasts and things like that. I don't sit at a desk those, they don't work. Radio Max are way better, way more versatile. This is really good, but it is building up pressure in my ear because it's not functioning properly anymore. It's functioning properly as a microphone, but the noise cancellation stuff isn't working properly anymore. It doesn't feel good in my ear. Yeah, it does have to be close. Yeah, so I can't wait for them to bring out that new one and the new mini iPad. I think they're going to bring out this next time Exactly those things I've been waiting for. It's a Middle Eastern dish. Chicken garlic sauce, couscous. I don't like couscous. It's just mini pasta, isn't it? But, so don't go rushing in for short-term gains. Take your time and ground it in. You've been given the clues at the moment. And anyway, this my MacBook only has two things, ports, USB port. One's connected to the camera, the other one's connected to the power. Start to bother your ears. You botherers. I get used to it. Oh no, for some reason it's building up pressure in my ear this morning. Feeling blindsided by all the work. Oh my god, I was like that for years. Not anymore. Thank God I've come out the other end of it. Jesus Christ. Oh, I had like a religious moment in a reading yesterday. I never talk about religion, usually. Very rare that it comes up. I had a Jesus moment. It was interesting. It was about the way people take the Jesus teachings, and not the Jesus teaching, take men's teaching about Jesus completely the wrong way. And as in fact, it's relevant to this, giving from empty. He wasn't giving from empty at all. His he was so full. He was so confident. He was so confident he called himself the Son of God. He was full. He had a loving family. Not only that, he was rich. He was rich. Like there's clues about that in the Bible, about something to do with the clothes or something. Anyway, and he was well taken care of in religious or spiritual traditions too. He was full, absolutely full. And then he went and helped the poor and stuff like that, right? But then that teaching kind of got twisted to people that are empty, going, I should be able to give, just give to everybody. Huh? Sort of a yes no question today. You've got what it is. So I thought that was interesting because it's very rare I get religious stuff coming up in readings. Five of Voices. This is just what Deep just said. Feeling totally blindsided by all the work that you've got to do. It's like the next hurdle. You just like get over one hurdle and you're like, oh, so I haven't got to the prize. Yeah. We do get little wins along, we do get little prizes along the way. We do. It gets better and better. You unlock levels kind of thing. You get a little bit of a trinket along the way. But it can feel like this. It's like, when am I ever going to get there? When am I going to get my stuff? Are we nearly there yet? The big red cross. I've never noticed the big red cross in that. This is the for fuck's sake card, isn't it? Does anyone else watch Chris? Wow, his YouTube channel is huge now. Chris, what's it called? Minapon Tower. His YouTube is huge now. Wow, it's very inspirational. What was I going to say? Oh, he started doing the yes or no thing. He started doing, but he asked three. I can't think of three. I can hardly even think of one yes or no question to ask. He does three and he does them rapid fire. It's like, oh, I cannot handle it. Even if I had them prepared, he does it so fast. Far more to do than you think, right? Oh my God. We're nearly there, yeah. Raised Christian, but never really drawn to it. Yeah, same. 7 years in a born-again Christian cult. It's very damaging, isn't it? It is. Especially that one. I don't know. I haven't really looked into many religions. That was enough for me. Being brought up Catholic, Jesus Christ, literally. God, yeah, I was like this for years. Minnow Pond Tarot. It's great. It really is good. Very positive, but also does the teaching too. Yeah, it's a good egg. And it's just so inspiring how well his YouTube channel's doing. When I first came along across his lives, that's what inspired me. He was live one day, and I went on and I said to him, I really like the format of what you're doing here. I was already doing this show, but then his format of doing it, I'm like, I really like this. And it's very rare that his format has actually changed now because he's busier, but it's very rare that he would actually acknowledge comments and stuff, but he saw my comment and replied to me on it. So yeah, it's very inspiring to me. It's Minnow Pond Tara. I think he's got like 350K on it. Oh, wow. Incredible. So good. And there's the party, yes. We do, right? There was a reason I chose to be born to an abusive family and brought up Catholic. Thank God I had my guides, you know, that were whispering in my ear, that's bullshit, that's bullshit. Even at that young, tender age, you know. I didn't get too deep into it. Sherry, guidance from your higher self. Which way? That's it, yeah, Minnow Pantera. He's great. Yeah, same with me, Sabrina. It brought up my chose a boy's name just to fuck with them. No, it was more than that. It wasn't just to fuck with them. It kind of was a little bit, but had significance to me. Sherry, you need a thicker skin, Sherry. Or Wonder Woman bracelets, deflector bracelets. You know, when people criticize us, sometimes it can be constructive, but it's very rare. Let's face it. A lot of people are really crappy. It tends to be about themselves and how bad they feel, and they want to feel better by putting you down. There's very few people out there giving constructive criticism. Because to be able to do that, you need to be very secure in yourself. There's very few people that are like that. So, deflector bracelets. When people criticize you, they're talking about themselves, really. Have a thicker skin or deflector bracelets. You don't need to put it back on them and get in the face and like start having a fight with them, because then you're just doing the same thing. But you can know deep inside, Sherry, that it's not about you, it's about them, and then cleanse it like that. Don't take it on. People can throw mud at you, but it doesn't need to stick, right? Oh, a lot of people shouldn't have kids, right? But then we choose it, right? We choose it. We choose to come to this planet as if that wasn't bad enough. Then we choose these shitty circumstances, but we choose it for the challenges. It must be insane. Anyway, back to what am I reading for? Sherry. Yeah, so People can throw mud at you. It doesn't need to stick there. You don't need to take it. You don't need to be so sensitive to it. Put it back on. It's about them. It's not about you. It's almost like you're taking it on from people as if they're all sorted and happy in themselves, and it's constructive criticism when it's not. They're not happy. They're just criticizing anyone, anything, and it's all about their own criticism. So don't take it on. But enjoy the lessons along the way. They're throwing mud at you. Like I said, with this, we're shown we're being shown at the moment where we're tripping up, how we need to get stronger. It's like, oh, here's your weak point. Like my knees, right? I'm really strong and I'm really fit. And I can do like amazing feats of endurance, not so much endurance, but there's that too, but of high impact, high intensity, extremely high intensity for 4 minutes. Like I can, it's not even for my age, for anybody. What I can do with my body is incredible. And then my knees, but I can walk. I've got like 4 steps there. You want to watch me walk down those steps? I look like a 50-year-old. I am a 50-year-old, but I look like a 50-year-old. I don't look like a 50-year-old when I'm in the gym and doing. So there's my weak points are showing up even more the fitter and the more incredible my body becomes. That's why I'm starting this program today, to sort that out. And so then you address those weak points. That's what's going on. It's like the shadows get stronger when the sun comes out, and the sun's just out now. The tablecloth's forming a shadow. So the better we get along this path, the more pronounced the stuff that we need to do. It's not that we're getting worse or that we're not getting our lessons. It's that the more pronounced those lessons become, the more it shines out. If your life is going really well, like when my cooker broke, and I'm like, what the hell? Stuff like that doesn't happen to me. I'm in a state of grace. Everything works out for me. Well, what happened from there is I got this induction cooker, and now I've got 2. Amazing. I've got a much better setup now in my kitchen because of that. It forced me into an upgrade. So it was good in the end, but it can make you feel vulnerable, is what I'm saying here. You can think, right, what, another hurdle? So you're going to get mud slung at you until you get that criticism. It's not about you, it's about them. And stop letting it stick. You're going to get practice over and over again. And it's going to feel like things are going wrong. And it's not going wrong. You're just getting practice at it. People are allowed to have opinions, and they will have opinions. And I do feel, and I've been picking up about these amazing relationships that are apparently on the way, is that they do really need to be impervious to all of that shit, because there's going to be a lot of mud flung at them. Because people are people. And damaged people and unaligned people will throw so much mud at people that are in alignment. Because they seem lucky, they seem like way too abundant. You got too much, you're doing too well. There's got to be something wrong here. You must be taking it from everyone else. You must be taking my happiness or my money if you're in alignment. There's that kind of stuff goes on. Holiness. Holes in it. It sucks, doesn't it? It sucks that we can have kids when we're young and dumb. We can't have them when we're old and wise. Run, Forrest, run! Forrest hump. Don't you love autocorrect? Yeah, get a tougher skin. Pass it back to them energetically. You don't need to speak it out. Speaking it out makes it worse, generally. Sometimes we do need to speak out to shut something down. Like if someone persists, you might need to tell them. But the work. Yes, there's a lot of work to put in. Okay, we're being acknowledged for this. Feeling it in the energy. Like all those carrots, it's like, when am I going to get my relationship? Come on. All of these carrots, all of this work, working hard. It's like, no, keep on going, keep on going. He's got some determination there, though. Look at his face. You've got to persist. Don't give up now. Put all that work in. Don't give up now. Yeah, I'll hold you to account. My readings can get quite in your face. If anyone's had a private reading from me, especially those people, if none of you going, like the Scorpio one the other week. So I don't hardly ever remember what I've said in readings, but I do pick up. I get a deja vu feeling when I'm saying something similar that I've said before. But for Scorpio, I'm like, okay, it's not working. I need a wake up call. So my readings can get quite in your face when it's like that. Oh, look who we've got here. Need to put the work in. Need to keep on putting the work in. We're not complaining about it. Oh, we can complain about it. It's worth it. It is worth it. You do get to the light at the end of the tunnel. I have. Oh my God, it took me so many years, but I wouldn't have survived if I didn't do it. And fortunately, I've got a very strong spirit that never gave up. I got the Emperor. There will come a time when we get to this point, we put all that work in, and then this is a kind of a mastery energy where we seem in control of things. Grace, that's why the grace card came out. There is a point where you get to that point of grace because of it all. And everything works out, and it's weird when something doesn't work out. With your ball. Oh, my crystal ball. It hasn't arrived yet, my crystal ball. Really, Heather? Someone else told me I'm a good shuffler, and I don't think I do. But anyway, I'll take it. I thought I was a bad shuffler. We will get to a point where we're like feeling control of it. Not in control of it, but it'll all be going well. We'll be in that state of grace. All the work was worth it. So what did you do, Timothy? Did you have that conversation with her, or did you just turn it around? Woo! Carrots do make you feel like you're making progress. Yeah, there is a point to carrots, right? Can remember word for word the 2 energy healings that I've done. I do like the energy. Yeah, they are very powerful. Oh, that was it. I was telling you about my crystal ball that hasn't arrived yet. I'm connecting with the energy already of it. It's going to be very interesting when it arrives. I'm connecting with it. It pops up in my dreams. It pops up when I'm getting grounded in myself. I can see it already. It's like it's already with me. I'm very interested to experience it in person and from. We'll be taking our throne. I think you seem to be extra sort of wobble there, right? To call on our own. You did it energetically there. Like I've said, like you get into that state of empowerment, you don't even need to do that thing that you were gonna do because they feel it in your energy and it changes everything. We're very powerful creators, and the law of attraction does work. which is why I had to tell you all about it at the start of this show. Again, a reminder, it's very important. We change it in our energy and the external conditions change. Now, we can't change people. She had both of those aspects inside of herself, right? We can't change people. You just managed to access something that was already in us. We can't take a narcissist and change ourselves and our energy enough to make them not a narcissist. We can't do shit like that. But what we can do is change our energy to bring out of those who can and have got it inside of themselves. To bring it out of them. You know what I mean? If they don't have it inside of themselves, you're never going to get someone to love you who isn't loving themselves. You're not going to. Very interesting example there, right? So it's good that she did that, right? Because it gave you practice, changing your energy, and then your circumstances change. More coffee. Oh, that's because it's nearly 2 hours. Must have gone into a time warp. Where did that go to? I'm going to take all 3 of those. 4 of Rings, conservation, practicality. If in doubt, hold back. Keep your energy for yourself until things uncover themselves. So if you're coming across these hurdles and you can't figure it out, if in doubt, hold your energy back. It will get clearer if you do that. If in doubt, zip it. Don't do anything about it. Conserve your energy for yourself. It might be that that's the lesson. Keeping your energy for yourself. Not responding to them. Not, we get those invites, don't we? Into drama, into conflict, into all kinds of things. Sometimes the only lesson is to do this. It's to turn away and say, no thanks. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Right? That's the first step. But then if it persists, right, then we get curious about it. It's like, oh, what is this trying to tell me? What am I learning here? How do I need to do things different? How do I need to empower myself or see this differently or whatever? Then we get curious about it and we discover something about ourselves. The Dawn of Cups. It dawns on us. Then, the Four of Wands, prosperity and harmony. Then we find harmony. And then we go around in the same circle again and something else is thrown at us. There's no rest for the wicked. So this is like a big carrot explained today. Why we're going through what we're going through. How we may be feeling disappointed or feeling like we're going slow or feeling like, how come I've got all of these challenges? Why isn't it easy? I'm doing the work. Why isn't it easy? Oh my God, all my life. Honestly, it's just the last few years that it's lifted. Thank God for that. Didn't lift. I put the work in. I put enough work in over the years to lift it. Self-love was the last. The straw that fixed the camel's back. There's a hell of a lot to do before that. I need more coffee, and then I'm going to pull some more cards because it doesn't feel like I've been going for 2 hours at all. But I do feel like coffee because my coffee runs out in an hour, doesn't it? I wonder what my new coffee will be like. Maybe it'll last a bit longer. Coffee powered. I need a pee as well. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. The might come back anyway. With the banana. Okay, coffee. Coffee. What should I do for the pigeon card read today? Any ideas? I still have Alana's ideas. Let's have a look at Alana's ideas. Remarkable is sleeping. What needs to be said? What's being held back? Well, that's interesting, isn't it? What needs to be said? What's being held back? Biggest blocks. Maybe it's what needs to be said on them both, on both sides of it, because we're being told here to speak up, right? Oh, I need another banana. That was good. Good bananas this week. You love today's. The block to it. Yeah, maybe what needs to be said. Everything but flowers. It's bizarre how it's like a running. Those readings are a running story now. Didn't expect that. Remember when I used to say don't pick the same one, and then I realised, no, hang on, I am reading for the same. Crazy. Yeah, yesterday's for me. My main criteria is see my income versus my outgoing. What little was left. People can get greedy, right? Like I said, I had to explain to my ex that. Where do you think the lawyer's money is going to come from? You really believe you're going to get more? Snake oil salesman. Yeah. No shortcut. Seems good too good to be true. It is. If we're asking for what is too good to be true, watch out for that. What said that? This. Don't snake oil salesman yourself. Oh, cray cray. Spoke up and said stuff. Exes are weird, aren't they? Why ever did we choose them? Seemed like a good idea at the time, didn't it? Bird perch. We're waiting for news, a package or a letter or somebody. I'm waiting for a few I'm waiting for a coffee machine, a crystal ball, a crown. Don't you love my shopping list? What else am I waiting for? Can't remember. Sometimes I get surprised at what I've ordered. I forget about it. We're waiting for news. Waiting for somebody as well to show up, to speak out. Yes, a letter, a message. Them to say something, just something. What is going on? Egg. Success assured with good plans and hard work. You see, that hard work thing. Inner work. Sometimes outer work too. Hard work, hard work. We'll never get anything easy. We're not meant to. It's about our growth. So success is assured. Just keep on going, keep on going. It is worth it, honestly. You should accept valid criticism for sure, but we should also recognize that most criticism is not valid. There's a little bit that is. There's a little bit that is, yeah, but it's not much because, as I said, there's not many people that can give valid criticism. Most people are just acting out. And then we've got this one, Angel. I don't think I've seen this card before. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. She's got flowers growing out of her head. Strange images in these cards, isn't there? Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. I like that. So to me, this is saying, yeah, we're waiting for something. Meanwhile, we're putting the hard work in and realizing what it is, how we need to get tougher. Whatever it is that we're learning at the moment, for a lot of us, is getting tougher. It's getting more discerning. It's listening to our intuition. What's fears? It's all of that. It's the fine-tuning stuff, really, is what it is. Accepting valid criticism, but realizing that most criticism isn't, knowing the difference between that too. And it's more about the person delivering it, isn't it, and their energy. Yeah, be careful who you listen to, right? Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. We are always being guided toward the good stuff, the stuff that's going to help us. It's not the stuff that harms us. We're not throwing challenges just to have obstacles in our way. We don't live in a vengeful universe with a wrathful God who wants to teach us a lesson. I shouldn't tell her to work on herself. Stop making a list of things for me to work on. Projection, huh? That's a phase that not to get stuck in, isn't it? That projection. That comes from being empathic, doesn't it? You can get stuck in that phase, noticing what's going on with everyone else, what they're doing wrong, what they need to heal. A lot of people get stuck there. A lot of people. Because it seems like if everyone else would just sort themselves out, then our life would be great and we'd get what we want. But it's not true. We've got to sort ourselves out. I'm very quiet in here. Is there anybody left? Or is it just Timothy, Chris, Heather, Christine, and me? Oh no, we've got 12 people. Lurkers, creepers. Just being quiet, just listening, huh? The art of discernment. Yes. I'm getting tougher about it too, you know. Remember this one? Paradox. The paradoxes get thrown at us just to make us smart. Oh, that's another thing I'm waiting on as well, is a new deck from this one. Colette. Building blocks. Got to build those firm foundations within ourselves. That's why we're having to learn so much. Like I said, it feels to me like a lot of us have got Some of us have got one of these extremely special relationships coming in, and we have to be so strong and practiced at dealing with the bullshit and the jealousy and the aggression and the, just all of it. We're going to have to be so strong at dealing with that so that we don't jeopardize it, right? The universe will not give you something if you're not ready to take care of that thing. Like you, Christine, and your money. You're not going to take care of it. You're going to give it away to other people. The universe doesn't need you as a middlewoman. It's quite capable of giving people things directly. You're still here, Maria. It says 13. Unlucky for some. It says 12 to me. Or is that because of me? 20 likes. What else should we get at? Having a low. Yeah, key gathering with close friends. That's what this show is, right? I like what it's turning into. What else shall I get at? What's calling to me? What do you want to know about? Relationships. Okay, let's get some information about relationships then, if this is what we're headed towards and this is why we're being asked to get so strong. What's that? A deep eye. Let's get rid of Trisha's money request there. Giving. It does give us joy. But you can't barter for it, Give me this thing and I'll give it away. Why would the universe do that? It's a bartering. It's that we say things like that when we don't think we deserve it for ourselves. Love yourself first. See? That's what we're doing right now. We're loving ourselves first. Tell us about relationships. It's like, well, love yourself first then. Self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Just wait until you're loved properly and you receive things. Way more fulfilling. You see, that's the lie that we're told and that we tell ourselves as well, is that we really love giving and it makes us feel great. It doesn't. It makes you feel resentful and it depletes you. You know what feels really good? You know what was truly fulfilling? It's getting filled up. It's getting filled up. And being loved by others, receiving from others. And yes, it feels good to give out from a full cup. But we try and convince ourselves, because we've been told by religions that it should feel really good. And so we ignore our actual guidance is that it feels terrible when we're giving from an empty cup. And we're like, no, this feels really good. Yeah, it feels really good. And we have no idea. You have no idea, Christine. Just wait until you're loved properly and you're receiving. It feels amazing. And then it truly does feel good when you give. Now, I'm not saying you're totally fooling yourself. Of course, it feels good. It does feel good to give, yeah. But there's a whole lot, there's a whole level more when you're full, when you're receiving. So say if you've got a cup, right, and you're saying, you know what fills my cup up is when I pour it out to other people. Huh? Like, I know what you mean, but it's not true. There's a reason that fulfilled word is what it is. What makes you feel fulfilled? Oh, being empty and giving it out. Empty. It's not what would it be? Empty. Well, it's empty, isn't it? The full, filled, full. Like I said, it was what was coming up in that reading yesterday about Jesus. Oh, he was full. He was very full. He wasn't running on empty and giving from that. Planning for receiving, and you're still doing it, right? You're still doing it to yourself. It's good to see you back, Hannah. Wow, that's crazy. 50 cents. You know, it reminds me that, Christine, is I think in a group that I'm in, it could be the money group, probably is the money group. In fact, we the money group groups that we have, and someone was sharing in there a similar situation. Something had happened around 50 cents. I can't remember what her story was. In a child, and she'd had this to release it. But I don't know what she was doing, cleaning up the house or whatever. She moved something, and there was 50 cents right there. And it was like the universe giving it her back. It was a similar situation where she'd had like 50 cents taken from her. And once she cleared that energy, the universe gave her that 50 cents back. She kept it. Of course she kept it. She would have put it like in a jewelry box or something, because that 50 cents is worth way more. That's like years and years worth of trauma. And then the universe, like, there's your 50 cents back. Now you've released that. How amazing is that story? Whew. Yeah, you're an acts of service girl. Yeah, yeah. What am I? I don't know what I am. How do I give? I give a lot. I tried to give a lot when I was running on empty, and I couldn't. I could do it for a short period of time, but then it's just too depleting. Now I can give a lot because I'm receiving it. But what I found is that I can't keep on giving in my personal life a lot anymore. I was doing that before. It's way too depleting, that. I'm not a gift person. Maybe I'm a acts of service. I don't know. Let's get some animals out. We had that yesterday, right? Take the lead. It means so much more now with all of these messages today. Take the lead, take the lead. Yes, you are being asked to do more than most people for your stuff. But take the lead, take the lead. Do the better thing, the moral thing. Do what's right, do what's righter than anyone else is doing. Gotta take the lead, right? Like even in my health stuff and my body and things like that, take the lead. It kind of blows my mind that I'm about to sign up for a program with like the world's leader in this stuff. But I love that, and I've been, because I'm taking that lead in myself and loving myself to that level. It's like, no, I'm not just going to accept knees hurting when I'm walking downstairs. I'm going to make them strong. I don't care how old I am. I'm going to make them strong. I do not want to fail in my old age. I don't want to get decrepit. Why would I? My body's amazing. My life is amazing. I don't want my body to fail me so I can't live properly and to the fullest. So, and every step along the way of this health journey as well, it's been incredible. People invest in me. I'm not. I invest in the programs. I invest in myself. I get my gym membership. I pay the people, right? But it's not just that. It's they invest in me, right? You could pay for those programs, and then those people they don't go the extra mile. They don't invest in you. What makes us invest when we're a provider in people? It's not the money. Not everyone pays, but when someone has got that spark and they're really in it and they're so determined, and you see that spark in them, that's when you invest in them more. Like you, Christine, you, like you. And that's what I've found is with my sports stuff, especially in the last few years, is and no, way back when I was a kid. In fact, I was pulled out with the whitewater kayaking that I did by the trainer of the England team to train with them. So people really invest in you when you're invested in yourself. They recognize it, see your potential, and they really invest. And so no doubt, that this program that I'm about to start today is going to do the same thing. I watched somebody's review on it last night, and they said it's someone else that runs programs, something about basketball, I think, but they were saying, of course, you don't get to work with the guy himself, but I do. No, she sent me an email, Chris. It was supposed to be today. It was supposed to be 15 minutes ago. She sent me an email backing out, asking do I want a refund or to reschedule. Refund. I'm not going through this again. She'll just do the same thing next time. It's an energetic. Yeah. I was doing it because I was curious anyway, So, wow. Release it. Christine, do you do EFT? The tapping thing? What is it? It's that one. You tried doing that. You do it like, even though I was bad for taking the 50 cents when I was a child, deeply and completely love and accept myself. Until you feel it. You keep on tapping until you feel it. So yeah, I'm not in any way saying that Missy is a flake or anything. I think it's an energetic mismatch. There's not many people that can read for me, so it doesn't surprise me. As I say, I was being curious. I don't like that energy myself, the curiosity. When people want a reading from me because they're curious, I don't like that energy myself. So. Testing me, Okay. Lizard spirit, dream the world into being. We've dreamed a dream, and it's not even us. Oh, I was getting romance cards out. We've dreamed a dream, and it's not even us, it's our higher selves. It's before we incarnated. Yeah, she is a bit scattered, right? Yeah, you can say it, Christine. Don't worry. Say it. Oh, I don't expect you to repress things. That's very different. Sharing stuff that's dark, that's very different than complaining about shit. You know what I mean? It is different. I'm not trying to say don't share your stuff at all. I want people to do that in here. It's important to speak that stuff out. Absolutely. It's very different than sharing something. It's very, very different. Do it, Christine. Do it. Trust in the great mystery, says the whale. We dreamed this dream before we even came here, and now we're living it out. We're having to put all the work in, and we're like, seriously, just give me my shit already. It's going to be magnificent, though. It's something that you dreamed up when you were spirit. It's more magnificent than your muggle mind can dream up. Trust in the great mystery. Watch your words, though, right? We're told to speak out at the moment. Watch your words. Don't go too far down there. Don't start screaming at the cat. Yeah, because anger, once you unleash it, it can turn into rage. If we've pushed down anger for so long and not been speaking out, God help the one that we start speaking it, it could turn into rage. But like I've said, like God help them seriously. I'm sure it won't happen. But if it did, oh dear. I don't know. I don't know whether he'd even survive it. Go on, say it, Christine. It's never a better time to say it than the end of the show when there's the ones determined. There's not many people that will even watch the replay to this point, right? Share it. We've got more animals out here. So it's going to feel fantastical when it comes up. Fantastical. Where's that word come from? I've started putting it in my readings now. Fantastical. I've picked that up from somebody. That's not my word. Who says fantastical? Any idea? Spirit has a plan. You had a plan when you were in spirit. It's much better than you could even dream up. It's like magical shit. It's like somebody like Elon Musk being born here and for the stuff that he's been doing. What was that? It's made a funny noise. Say it, Christine. Cat spirit, claim your independence. Motherfuckers. I do love cats, you know, just the way that they are. And their empowerment, you know. I love that about them. Soft and loving, but they will smack you. Claim your independence, but bring a gentle touch. This is about if you've repressed stuff for so long, it might come out a little bit. Watch your words. Watch your energy, bring a gentle touch. Be gentle on yourself too, because it's a lot of stress that we've been bottling up if this is about you expressing yourself and you haven't expressed yourself in this way before. Wow. Rabbit, now's a lucky time. Remember when we used to have rabbit's feet on keychains until they realised that was a little bit dark and evil to have parts of a rabbit's anatomy for a good luck symbol attached to our keys. Things we used to do, huh? Okay, let's go back to romance. Love yourself first. Okay, you've been doing it for ages. Why? Because it works, but yeah, why? Why are we still loving ourselves first? I feel like I've loved myself enough already. I'm solid in that, right? Hold your vision for the relationship you want. When I was about 7 years old, my mother had taken me from my grandparents' home to have a clairvoyant reading, and things were very dark and got darker for the clairvoyant who was murdered before my eyes. Wow. Interesting what's on the bottom here. Don't let your past hold you back. Tell us more, Christine. Hold your vision about the relationship that you want. It is going to be available to us, apparently. I don't remember being 7. It's a dark time for me. Let's get a heart card out. I want to know more about relationships here. Hold your vision. Try to keep your mouth shut, see nothing. People, huh? Yikes. That's crazy. I wonder what the meaning behind all of that is, that you had that experience. I mean, no, I wonder if it was to put you off the things that would have helped you. Do you know what I mean? It was like my family also, when like children's charities started. They warn me. Everyone else out there is worse than us. It's that same kind of energy, Don't tell anybody. And then when you do, when you speak up, like you're the one that's wrong for speaking out. Crazy. But it's a form of control, right? It's crazy, Christine. Yeah, feels good to speak it. It's about time, right? To speak it out and not hold that in anymore. Ah, darkness. That's hard. Wow, for a 7-year-old to see that and then be told, don't do the things to allow you to release this, to get over this. Tough for any year-old, right? But 7, wow. Yeah. Yeah, we're told you're not allowed to do the things. You're not allowed to do the things that will help you to release this. It could forbid you from doing that. Don't speak about it. Don't tell anybody. It'll end up worse. When you're around someone that's toxic, and they're so toxic, you do need to offload. You do need to talk to someone about that. You'll get together with your friends, and then you'll all share about what that toxic person did. We need to do that. We need to offload it, right? It's very important. The speaking out thing is very important. I got to the point, like a few months ago, where I'm like, we keep on having to do this, don't we? We keep on having to offload this stuff. And that toxic person hates when anyone talks about it, hates it. For that same reason, don't talk about it, don't do the things for you to be able to get over my toxic behavior. Don't do that. It's like, I'm done with this. Removing myself. Right? Control. That's what it is, right? See, Chris? Hey. Darkness. There's a reason that you've been through all of that. You will get to know what that reason is once you come out of the healing from it. Like mine has, all the stuff that I went through. I see the benefit in it now. Again, we got vision. Hold the vision, hold the vision, hold the vision, hold the vision. Relationships, hold your vision. Stick out for what you want. Don't lower your standards, keep on going. No matter what. You see the bigger picture of a loving, just universe is coming. Okay. Okay, I'll stop rolling my eyes then. Love ourselves first and it will come. Yeah, right, Edith. Okay, I'll trust you now. With 2 vision cards, it's telling me. Trust it, trust it, trust it. Stop rolling your eyes, Claire. Okay, I'll stop giving me carrots then. And then they heap it all on us, don't they? I'm talking about Christine again now. They heap it on us like it's our problem, it's our weight to carry, and it's not. Right? We end up carrying the burdens for those people that have done the wrong thing. We shouldn't. Clock. It takes time. Time to heal, progress, it takes time. This is the relationship thing still. The Phoenix. Yes. The Phoenix arises from the fire. A new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, change mind, healed, becoming mighty from healing. Tell you, Christine, you've got a very important job to do here, Kind of like a plane that can't take flight until you offload the extra weight. Yeah, and speaking out about it is so important, but not just to anybody. Not on Facebook. A lot of people try and offload in the wrong way, to the wrong people. I end up with a pile of shit loaded onto them. or even to the people that did it in the first place. I tried that. I tried that with my family. Oh God, don't do that. It just gets worse. Yeah, you have to offload it in the right way to the right people. Not in the right way, just to the right people. The ones that aren't going to throw it back in your face, you know? It's important to speak out, but not willy-nilly. Not willy-nilly. Does that make you feel better then? Has that made you feel better, Christine? Speaking that out. I hope it has. Because it's the first step, you know, to unravel and get inside of you. Through these very traumatic things. It's too much for anybody to take, never mind a 7-year-old. Like, how does a 7-year-old process that? Absolutely cannot, especially when you're told not to do the things that would have helped you to process it. Like, don't cry and don't talk about it, and, you know, hold it in. Be a ticking time bomb. Feels like you're retrieving your inner child, Christine, at the moment. I did one of those for somebody. An energy healing last week for somebody was an inner child retrieval thing. Like, it was like a soul retrieval, but it was an inner child retrieval. It took some coaxing to come out. They were terrible. Cave in a mountain, a place of rest. It's near the top. It's near the peak. It's a place of rest. We can take a step back. Is this where? What? Which one was it? This one. This one. No. What was the one where we said, like, if in doubt, shut up? This one. This was it. Conservation. If in doubt, conserve your energy. Hold it back. Don't say a thing. If in doubt, keep your energy back. Give yourself a break. Have your respite near the peak of the mountain. Get into that cave. There's a lot of work to do, but it doesn't mean you need to be doing it all the time. You can give yourself a break, you know. Mother died a few years later. Did she internalize it all too? I don't remember what was said at the reading. I only remember stroking my mother's face and thinking it felt soft like velvet. Oh, I wonder what was said. Huh. Energy healing. The shaman. Big diamond there. The snake shedding its skin. Energy healing. Releasing things that have been locked up inside of ourselves. Okay, so maybe this is the respite then on these journeys that we're on, to the relationship, maybe to other things. Getting a bit of a rest period, a bit of a respite to integrate things into our energy, but to release things and to get good at releasing things. Yeah, what the hell's coming then? We've got to get practice at releasing things easy. Yeah, it does look bright and warm. I noticed that too. It looks cozy. It's like the mountain looks cold, doesn't it? Those colors around it. It's not very warm and inviting, all those colors. But that little cave in there, it is cozy. There's a fire in there. It's warm. It's snow covered, that mountain. It's all very cold. But then there's that warmth. Yeah, I noticed that too. I just didn't say it because I'm lazy. Medallion. Reaching for the prize, reaching for the prize, keep on going, keep reaching for the prize. My hair's growing. These wispy bits, it's working. That stuff that I'm using, it's making it stronger. The ponytail's getting thicker. There's more hair there than there ever has been. I'm really noticing these bits starting to grow now. Keep on reaching for the prize. Don't stop now. Keep going, but have your respite along the way. Okay. Well done, Christine, for surviving what you've survived, for still surviving what you're surviving, and for speaking out about it, and for everything that you're doing. Thank you for that, Christine. Everything that you're doing for yourself, you're doing it for the whole world, what you're doing, you know. So I posted that in the group. Those that turn it around, after we'd had that conversation about sometimes you can't keep things going, sometimes you do have to leave the grandchildren and the children and all of that to do the right thing, to be the example and stuff. It's the hardest decisions, but it's best for the long term guidance that we've had today, right? Yes, it's hard in the short term. Absolutely it is. But you've got to do the right thing for the long term. I posted something about, like after that, I saw this meme on Facebook, so I posted it in the group about how important it is for those of us that are strong enough to do that, to do the right thing, to go against what everyone else is doing and do the right thing. You're doing it. It might seem little by little, but you are doing it, Christine. You've already done it. You're still here. Like your path, it's like so much harder than mine. Mine was shit. Way more hair. I know, it's good, huh? Because my hair's got to be able to withstand the exercise that I do as well. I noticed it when it was that pick a card read. I had a bit of corns going on with my hair because it's growing. That's why you can see it so much. It was just so short and broken all the time before. It's surviving much better now. Okay, let's leave it there. Yeah, big respect to Christine. You've chosen a hard path, but it's for very good reason. I could keep on saying, watch out, world. Once Christine has got it, wah, watch out, world. Very important. Helps give us the courage to bring up our own things when we feel able. So important, right? We've got to make it okay for people to speak out. And to listen. You know, because I was just thinking about the Me Too movement, man, and all the bullshit that came out there and the reactions to it. Oh, you too. Well, what about me? When people can't even listen, you know? Like, if we were to say to Christine, well, that's nothing. What happened to me when I was a kid? That's just bullshit, isn't it? That's why we've got to share in the right places with the right people. Right? Yeah, I've had a weird life. Talk to Nikki more, Christine. She's had a weird life too. I was chatting with Nikki last night. You know, about the real dark stuff. Talk to Nikki about it. You're welcome. Let's do it again tomorrow. Yay. And then it's Sunday. Wow, the weeks go by so fast. I'm not making a mini video about this. I don't know. Sometimes it's not for the masses, right? And how do I even condense this down? I could talk about the relationship stuff, but who cares, really? If someone needs to listen to this, they'll listen to it, right? Yay! Thanks for coming along, everybody, and for sharing and for doing your thing, being here. Even though I told you off. Yep. You will understand it. Like, I make sense now. Still not fully. Sense to myself now and why I'm here. amongst these muggles, this goddamn place. I found a really good, a nice place on this planet, thank God, to live. But, okay. Thanks as always. See you tomorrow.